Hello everyone, Unknown Reef here again. Today bringing you a equipment review for my Deltec AC Skimmer. It's a 600 something or other. Before I give you a quick update on the tank. Tank's been running pretty well. I'm still struggling a bit with phosphates. I think that was more because I hadn't done water changes for a while. And although I had some bio media stuff that's in my reactor, I only really had half the amount for the tank, so I don't think that's really been keeping on top. But I did a 75 litre water change yesterday, but also, as I've said in previous videos, I'm kind of going towards softies really. In fact, I think the only bit of stony coral I've got in, or semi-stony, is this Duncan, which was happy and about, but I did water change yesterday, so it's and a bit of a salt, but it is opening up again. But realistically, for the amount of time I get to spend on the tank, oh look, my pistol shrimp's out. I'm just going softy tank really, because it's just easier to do the upkeep. And actually, if you pick the right softies, it looks quite good. In fact, I got this bit of leather coral that was an off cut from the shop. Had bought a whole system off somebody. I bought that piece for about £10, although it's already got bigger. I've just snipped a bit out of it about a week ago, and I've put that up there, and that's already coming out, and that looks like it's starting to stick to the rock as well. So I think I'm going easy and cheap mode if I'm going to buy nice, fast-growing softies that I can frag myself. Some of you that have also seen my channel might have seen that I had a big rock here, this one here, in the middle, because I kind of tried to keep like a 2-pillar swim through thing, but I also put in this archway in my rock work, so it was getting a bit tight for space, and I found that down on this side, because I only run 2 lights on it, down this side was shaded, so anything down here wasn't really growing very well. So what I've done is I've just kept the shaded just at this corner, although actually looking at it, I only did this yesterday, this rock's actually getting quite a bit of light, so it's only this side of the rock here that's a bit shaded. So I probably won't even stick any coral in that. I've got some blastos here, I'll let them grow out, but it also means that I can see these mushrooms at the back here that I haven't previously been able to see. I'm just literally leaving those on the rock, leaving them alone and just letting them grow out. They should hopefully cover that whole rock. I've got some pallies on this one, which should again just grow and cover that. A couple more mushrooms here. I've got this cool blue berry mushroom. It's got like a green centre, which is quite cool, so I'm hoping that ends up covering that rock. But yeah, just basically going easy mode corals. Yeah, and obviously my GSP at the top, which is growing really well. It's not growing down too much, it's more growing up towards the light, but it is covering that rock quite nicely. I might try and get a bit more and stick it here so it can grow into that, and again over here just stick a bit there so it grows up, so I get a nice GSP archway at some point. But there's enough blubbering about the tank. Let's look at the skimmer. Now, I'm going to take my lens off. Yeah. Now, this was sold to me as a Deltec 1000, but I'm pretty sure it's the 600 because it hasn't got a drain tube. But that's perfect, because to be honest, I wanted a 600, I didn't want a 1000, but it was second hand cheap in the shop. Now, this is only really an initial review because I haven't had to take it apart and clean it out. I've had it for a couple of months and I haven't actually had to clean it out yet. But so this is more of a first impression type review. And yeah, I'd say it's amazing. It's really good. It's got a couple of cool features on it. Although this tube, I'm not really using it properly, this tube actually sticks down into this level indicator here. So rather than trying to just judge the level in your sump, in your skimmer, sorry, you've got this pipe that actually shows you your level. So you can draw marks on that. My marks have worn off from when it was new, but you could draw marks on that, or they're new, they'll probably come with a mark. And then if you ever overflow, you have another little pipe that goes on here that then sticks into this pipe. So if your skimmer goes to overflow, it cuts the air going into it, so your level drops and your skimmer doesn't overflow. I personally have that with a pipe, as you can see there, which goes through a hole in the wall that I already had for a TV cable. So I've got that pipe going out the window so that I get a nice quiet skimmer. I don't think it's too much louder. Well, you can hear probably on that. If I take that out, that air intake's quite loud. And I'll probably have to put... Oh no, I've got the pipe back in. And then when I put that pipe in, it's quieter. And I also read online that it's better for your pH and general oxygen levels in your tank if you draw your air in from outside where your sump is. So also on these, the twist top's quite easy to get off. It's I can't really do it one hand. Oh yeah, there we go. So they'll overflow, but it's just a twist out. Let me hold the phone and twist that back on. But the thing I like most about it is this, the adjustment. It's not a big coarse adjuster like on a lot of them. This adjusts this level bit here, and you can really, I'll tweak it a bit, you can really give it like literally half turn, not even that, and you'll see it's just gone down by like a mil. If I do it 2 or 3 twists, then the level you can see does start dropping. See, it's just gone below that lip. So you've got so much fine adjustment on this that if you find it's overflowing or you find you've added a treatment in, you can really adjust, because you've got this sort of distance. And if I give that 1 turn, so if I turn the whole thing, let's see, it barely moves on the whole turn, but then obviously that does affect your level. As you can see, that's where it's overflowing, so you could put the other pipe in, but that even still stops that overflowing, stops this overflowing over the top. So I'll turn that back a few turns, and there you go. Then it hits the point and it will start dropping. There is a little bit of lag, so it's not like instantly when you turn it. You have to turn it and give it a few seconds to decide what it's doing. To go, yeah, I won't blab on. As I say, it looks reasonably easy to take apart, because it's just a motor. It doesn't seem to have all the thin bits. I'm sure there'll be plenty of videos online that you can see on these skimmers on how to take them apart and how they work. This is the AC one. I know you can get the DC one, but you can also adjust the level with the power of the motor. But I also like it because it's bigger than my last one. You can actually see it gives a little bit more water flow in my sump, which is nice. Because then that goes around my chato. Okay, but yeah, so as I say, this isn't a take apart, look at how it goes together. There's plenty of videos like that. This is just, I've had it in the tank about 6 months now. I haven't cleaned it out yet, but it works a treat. It really does. As you can see, it's collecting some nice skim out there. I only cleaned it out yesterday, but just for the adjustment factor on this, they're brilliant. They're pretty quiet, especially if you do the pipe outside the room, bringing the air intake in, and yeah, they work really well. So, if anybody's thinking about that, or anybody's just keeping track of my tank, I hope that helps, and thanks for watching.